Please rise and join in the singing of our national anthem and Alma Mater. Afterwards, for a final performance, the concert choir has selected a song, Seasons of Love, dedicated to the class of 2020.
minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylight, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter and strife. In 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. Seasons of
It's my honor to introduce Emma Foster, 2020 class president for this evening's welcome.
March 13th, 2020, 2:10 p.m. Little did we know that at this exact time, our lives would be changing forever. Little did we know that this was the last day of our senior year, the last day spent in the halls of Pennridge High School. Little did we know that that was the last day we would ride the bus to and from, or drive to park into the spot that we complained about being too far away all year long. Little did we know that the majority of people that we saw every day and never got the chance to talk to, or simply just made small talk with, we wouldn't have the chance to do that again. Little did we know that that was it, that was the end, that our time at Pennridge was truly over. Over the following few weeks, we were filled with worry, stress, and just the feeling of uncertainty for what our future held. We were all posting what colleges we had just committed to, and our plans for the future, and how much we missed seeing teachers and friends. As the time continued, we all started to see it coming, the inevitable decision to close school for the rest of the year. That brings us to April 9th, 2020, in which we were flooded with love and support from our community and families, and how they felt truly heartbroken knowing that we wouldn't have the opportunity to make similar memories to that of our parents and every other high school graduate. As we watched these things get taken away from us one by one and then all at once, there is one thing that we didn't have taken away, and that was hope. Through all of this, we have managed to hold on to hope, even for the slightest things. This class is one of the strongest, most inspiring classes to have ever graduated. We can take this experience and we can grow from it. Trust me, at first, this was hard to believe, and this is what every single adult who got to experience their senior year in entirety was telling us. But as time went on, I began to see it was true, and I really saw what we've learned from this. Not only did we learn hope, but we learned appreciation for the small things, for the small moments, for the people in our lives and that we might not even talk to, but simply just smile at when walking down the hallway. We learned creativity, as I'm sure many of us are now professional artists or bakers, and I learned that I can make a very good quesadilla. We learned support, and that in times of crisis, no matter how big or small, we should be supporting each other and checking in on those who we love. We learned that not everything is certain, and we should take advantage of opportunities when we can. We learned gratitude and to be thankful for the memories we've made and experiences we've had instead of dwelling on what we missed. Most of all, we learned strength. Through all of this, many of us had a moment where it felt like there was no point, and we should just give up. But we powered through, and it showed us that even in these extreme circumstances, we can emerge stronger and we can truly grow. This class is truly extraordinary, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a part of it. There is no doubt that we will go down in history, and there is no doubt that we will be leaving a positive legacy. Throughout anything we do in life, we can always look back at this time, and we can remember, I can do this. We will continue to inspire many, and we will continue to stay strong. Now, to quote one of this class's most favorite shows, The Office, Andy Bernard once said, "I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've left them." While it may be a little late, we know that our days at Pennridge were some of the best days of our lives.
Emma, thank you very much for that welcome. We also have two student speakers tonight, Madison Farrell and Abigail Cozza.
Hello, class of 2020. I'm honored to be giving this speech to you. Although the situation is so far from what we expected, wanted, and deserved, I feel privileged to be speaking, and I hope to make one last connection with you tonight. I do not want to stand here and tell you that we are in a special situation or that this is one of a kind and we'll remember it forever, because we know that. And it does not cushion the blow of losing something we've looked forward to for so long. It is difficult and heartbreaking to many to leave behind years of hard work without the celebration we had pictured. However, I truly believe that as we move forward in life and heal, this can be a bittersweet situation. We may never be okay with what we have lost, but I challenge you all to learn from what we had. One lesson is to appreciate everything. It is human nature to look towards the big things in life, but if we are always looking forward to the future, we miss the important moments of the present. Moments like coffee from a friend, a game of cards in study hall, or a surprise snow day are all valuable memories too. I've spent all of high school stressed about what comes next, and as I prepare for college in the coming year, I realize how much more I should have enjoyed the ride. So please, remember to appreciate everything and not take a single moment for granted. The next big thing I've taken away from the school closure is what an amazing support system we have around us. At every turn, we had a teacher offering us a shoulder to cry on, a parent advocating for us, and an underclassman cheering us on through an unimaginable time. I've never seen people come together and celebrate a group of kids the way the community has celebrated us. In every parade, Facebook group, and comforting Canvas message, we have been shown love. Embrace this and carry it with you into any community you join. Similarly, we now have a bond like no other. It does not just connect us, the Pennridge class of 2020, but millions of graduates in our situation around the world. We have gone through this together, we understand each other's pain, and we will conquer this together. Never forget that you are not alone. Our time at Pennridge has prepared us for many things, but I believe I've learned more about the real world in the last 3 months than ever before. We have seen how fragile things are and how much room for improvement there is in our world today. After going through this, the class of 2020 will undoubtedly become the most compassionate, most humanitarian, and most conscientious group that there has ever been. We have and will continue to change the world like no class before us has done. We have also learned to deal with great disappointment, but more than that, we've learned how to persevere and the importance of encouraging one another through it all. With this, our class will bring a new understanding into the world. I've spent my time here with you tonight going over numerous lessons and positive takeaways from an upsetting situation. They may be hard to swallow now, in the midst of it all, but I truly hope that at least one of these has resonated with you. However, before I leave, I would like to give a final piece of advice that I've learned this year, and it is one I hope you will all use tonight. And that is to celebrate in any way you can. Congratulations, class of 2020. You have worked so hard, and we should celebrate because we deserve it.
Some are saying that this is the year that wasn't. Looking back, who would have guessed that we would be leaving high school for the last time on that cloudy day in March? The drama students would never get to have their last performance, the music students would never get their concerts, and the students on sports teams would never get their last seasons. It seems like life was suddenly canceled. But something started to change. With everything canceled, families suddenly had time to have dinner together. Neighbors waved as they passed each other on the walking trails. The community started to appreciate and recognize the essential workers who have worked tirelessly through this time. People started giving their time. Teachers and school staff visited students' homes to recognize their achievements and personally deliver the senior caps and gowns we were all waiting to receive. Sirens wailed as people put on parades for birthdays and celebrations which were affected by the lockdown. Meals were made and food pantry shelves were filled. It's easy to look upon this time and focus on the negatives, on the things that weren't. But this unprecedented time has given us the opportunity to reflect on ourselves and who we want to become. While all these good deeds can't replace what we've lost, they can remind us of what we still have and what we can do moving forward. I can't tell you what our future will look like. It will be different and challenging, maybe better in some ways and less so in others. Some of us will go to college, some of us into the workforce, some of us don't know what we're doing next week. But as graduates of the class of 2020, I implore you to take this experience to heart, not to think of it as the year you lost your senior year, but as the year you remembered what's really important. Don't just look for the helpers, but be one. Make our community better. We may have to keep our distance, but we will always have our Pennridge pride to keep us close. Thank you, and best of luck to the class of 2020.
While I cannot recognize every senior's effort, I would like to highlight just a couple accomplishments of this year's class. These accomplishments are in addition to the 2020 Senior Awards, which are referenced in your program. First, I would like to congratulate all students who have received partial or full scholarships totaling in excess of $1.5 million for their college and/or technical education. Also, at this time, I would like to recognize all the students entering the military. I also would like to take this time to congratulate the class of 2020 as a whole, and their families and the friends who have supported them along the way. I want to take a moment to celebrate all the staff and the community members who've pulled together and gave their time to celebrate this incredible group of students. It was and continues to be greatly appreciated by all of us. Thank you for everything you have done. Just about a year ago, I was given the opportunity to interview with the Pennridge School District for the position of high school principal. During this process, I did a lot of research to learn as much as I can about the school, its accomplishments, its areas of growth, and of course, its culture. I learned a lot that made me want to be a part of this district. However, what I've learned over the course of this past year, and specifically over the course of these last 3 months, and is even more telling to what Pennridge High School is all about. When I think about this year and the time I've spent with you, I think about your commitment to school and to each other, the passion you have for life and for fun, and the sense of family that you bring to all of us. Your commitment to Pennridge High School and to each other has been seen through Spirit Days, homecoming, sporting events, Minithon, our unified sports teams, and so much more. You never made it just about you, the seniors. You made it about all of us. I enjoyed our conversations about how to make things better, even if some suggestions were just lofty wishes. You were always looking to make the best of every situation. The more smiles, the better when it came to the class of 2020. The common theme that resonated to this class, to each of you, was that we were all a part of the class of 2020, a family who went through everything together while being there for each other every step of the way. It's been quite a year, one that is literally made for the history books, but I believe it all happened to us for a reason. I believe this year was designed for us, for this special class of 2020. It was the year the class of 2020 pulled everyone along, took care of each other, and did it without hesitation, did it with smiles, and did it with laughter, and of course, did it with love. This year will always be the year of the class of 2020, and I feel so fortunate to be a part of that with you. Thank you for a great year, and as you move forward to the next stage of your life, do me a favor and don't change a thing. Stay committed to yourself. Stay committed to your friends. Be passionate about life. And always take care of your family. I will miss you all very much. Congratulations, class of 2020. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. David Bolton, who has a few remarks for the class of 2020.
Pennridge class of 2020, congratulations. You have made it to your graduation day, and we are so proud of you. Before I move on, there are a few people we need to say thank you to. The first thank you is to you. You will certainly always be a special and memorable class to us. We will always remember the last 3 months, but that is not the defining mark you have left on Pennridge. You have been strong scholars. You have produced the best AP and SAT scores in recent Pennridge history. You are compassionate citizens. I think of Minithons and the many other fundraisers you have been involved with. You are outstanding athletes with 10 state qualifiers and 6 conference sportsmanship awards over the past 2 seasons alone. You are amazing artists from the marching band, the other performing arts, musicals, art show talent, and dance team. And most importantly, you are kind young adults. Thank you for showing us what Pennridge Proud really means and for being such strong leaders at Pennridge. We will miss you. Secondly, look around the room you're currently in. You are surrounded by those who have loved and supported you. Please give them a thank you to your family. Please remember to reach out to others who can't physically be with you tonight. As a class, you've had some key teachers and administrators who have guided you and provided advice and support as needed. I would like to thank Dr. Stephen Cashman, the principal. Dr. Cashman, we appreciate the energy and leadership you have brought to Pennridge High School during your first year, and we are fortunate to have you. I would like to also thank Mr. David Laboski, your house principal, Ms. Jessie Cuthbert and Mr. Dean Behrens, your guidance counselors, and Ms. Melissa O'Brien and Ms. Carly Baker, your class advisors. Thank you all for your support of the class of 2020. A final thank you to your teachers. One of my favorite rituals at the end of the school year is watching students and teachers reminisce with funny stories and meaningful memories while they say goodbye. I know that both you and your teachers are sad that we are not together today, but please remember to reach out and say thank you to those teachers who have left a strong mark on your life. This is difficult for me to admit, but as a recovering math teacher, I have always loved alliteration. So I have prepared some lifelong lessons learned over the past 3 months, some silly and some serious. See, more alliteration. First, we've all learned that cutting hair is way harder than we thought it was. Secondly, we've learned that 20 seconds is a really long time to wash your hands. And speaking of the number 20, because of the class of 2020, it will always be a way better and a way stronger number than 19. We've also learned some very important life lessons that I want you to think on tonight. First, our family is most important. When our world stopped being normal 12 weeks ago, we were forced to reduce to our core, and that is our family. My lifelong hope for all of us is for a continuation of a world where we are together more often and continue to find creative ways to care for and stay connected to those family members who can't be with us physically. Please keep your family a priority in your life long after we are not forced to stay together. We've also learned that community is vital. The famous cellist Pablo Casals once said, "The capacity to care is the thing which gives life its deepest significance." During these past 3 months, we have noticed anew how important those who care for others are. I hope we never lose the term essential for those who serve our community and are most vulnerable on a daily basis. Thank you to those of you listening who have continued to place care for others over your own personal health. You are our heroes and will always be essential. Pennridge High School students and staff have also taken seriously this opportunity to rally and care for our community. There are numerous examples, and many that I am probably not even aware of. I think of senior William Calderon, his brother Zachary, and many others who have utilized their own resources to make emergency equipment for healthcare workers. I think of the high school administration, teachers, staff, and parents who have worked creatively and tirelessly to celebrate your accomplishments and your graduation traditions. The car parades, the lawn signs, the delivering of caps and gowns, the social media posts, the high school walkthrough, the drop-off party, the meal deliveries, and so many other memories that would not have been created without us being forced to focus differently on you and what you need at this time. That is true community, and that is true Pennridge. Pennridge class of 2020, I wish for you a future filled with family and community, where people are more important than things, and where your successes are measured in how you care for others. Congratulations, and always remain Pennridge proud. Thank you.
Dr. Bolton, on behalf of the professional staff of Pennridge High School, I take great pleasure in presenting the members of the class of 2020 who have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation as stipulated by the Pennridge School District's Board of School Directors and the Pennsylvania Department of Education.
Dr. Cashman, I accept your presentation and certify to Mr. Krause, President of the Board of School Directors, that the class of 2020 has successfully completed all requirements and is ready to graduate.
Dr. Bolton, as President of the Board of School Directors, I accept your certification. To the class of 2020, congratulations, you did it. It is bittersweet to say that because I know many of you are disappointed. This is not the graduation you imagined. You did not get to experience several classic high school experiences. You miss out on graduating alongside your friends. You miss out on senior prom. You miss out on senior skip day, and you miss out on Jackal. It is easy to be disappointed with all these changes, cancellations, and delays. However, I want to remind you of the accomplishments of this class that make you stand out. You are among the first classes to have laptops as part of your entire high school education. You are the first class to learn remotely. You are the first class to take online AP exams. This class graduated earliest in the school year of any class. and you are the first class to walk across the stage in this high school building. This class has truly been full of trailblazers, innovators, team players, and you have displayed a unique ability to overcome adversity and the challenges you faced. It is this spirit that will allow you to tackle and overcome any challenge in your future. Whether you begin working, head off to college, join the military, or whatever path you have chosen, take this spirit with you. After seeing you tackle challenge after challenge together, I am confident you will be able to overcome anything you may face in the future. Be kind, good luck, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
To the class of 2020, congratulations. I would like to first begin by thanking all the parents and guardians for their support and patience over the years, but particularly since March 13th, when we all were faced with a new reality. Thank you to all the teachers and the entire staff who guided and assisted each of you along the way. In addition, thank you to the school board for their collaboration and guidance in working with the district leaders to ensure the class of 2020 had the best possible graduation ending to their 4 years. Dr. Bolton, Dr. Scheid, and Dr. Woyorka's leadership has been truly remarkable, and on behalf of the class of 2020, we thank you for making graduation and the other senior events as special as possible under these circumstances. Few will have the greatness to bend history itself, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events. It is from numberless diverse acts of courage and belief that human history is shaped. Each time a man stands up for an ideal or acts to improve the lot of others or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope, and crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring those ripples build a current which can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance. This quote is from Robert Kennedy's speech, famously known as the Ripple of Hope. And he gave the speech on June 6, 1966, to the National Union of South African Students at the University of Cape Town. This was during apartheid in South Africa and also during our civil rights movement here in the United States. And Senator Kennedy's overall arching message was calling on the youth to be involved and active in society. Graduates, this is now your time to take action and lead. Each of you has the ability and moral courage to stand up for what is right and to help others. Imagine if all you do this in your own unique way and small way every day. There's 540 of you. Each of you did something truly remarkable every day in your own small, unique way. That would be 197,000 times a year just by your class alone that will have an impact in your community, in the region, and in the world. When one of you is standing up for an ideal or acting to improve the lots of others or strikes out injustice, this sends a message to the leaders that the younger generation has the ability to improve society. Imagine East High School graduate across Pennsylvania, the nation and the world, coming together to build a strong community to dismantle obstacles and open a path to a brighter future. Just imagine that. So as I end my speech here, I'd like to share these words. And this is written by Johnny Nash, not Johnny Cash, but Johnny Nash. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. All the bad feelings have disappeared. Here's that rainbow I've been praying for. It's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around. There's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead. There's nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. So graduates, it's been an honor and a privilege to serve as your house principal for the past 4 years. You are the first class I've had the pleasure of working with for all 4 years, and you will be the most memorable. I say the most memorable not because of the global pandemic, but for the way in which your class as a whole has responded during this stressful time. So go out into the world and make it a bright, sunshiny day. Thank you, and good luck to everybody. The class of 2020 is ready for the presentation of the diplomas. We would like to recognize the current board members, Mr. William Krause, President, Mrs. Joan Cullen, Vice President, Mrs. Megan Bannis-Clemens, Mr. Robert Cormack, Mrs. Catherine Dolan, Mr. Ryan Gerhardt, Mr. David Rice, Dr. Sherry Thompson, and Mrs. Lisa Walters. I would also like to include members of the Pennridge School District Cabinet, Dr. David Bolton, Dr. Kathleen Scheid, Dr. Anthony Robarczyk, Dr. Sherry Durr, Mr. Sean Dalbert, and Ms. Jacqueline McHale, in congratulating our students along with the many teachers from all levels who have joined us for this momentous evening.
Samantha Ann Ackley. Emily Rose Afonso. William Stevenson Achel. Cara Michelle Alalunas. Madison Paige Anderson. William Thomas Anderson. Erin Emily Engelmoyer. Andrea Gabriela Anglero Mendez. Zachary Thomas Arnold. Dylan Joseph Artau Young. Tyler Michael Atkinson. Dylan Michael Augustin. Kayla Marie Banis. Madison Grace Marie Banks. Shaylin Paige Banks. Carter John Barley. Jamie Lee Barsby. Justice Rodney Bass. Cheyenne Natalie Batchelder. Dana Kohler Beck. Xander Brannon Beck. Matthew F. Bell. Blake Christopher Benner. Dawson Scott Bennett. Angelique Marie Berg. Colin Michael Berg. Andrew David Berge. Annalise Nicole Bevilacqua. Sophia Ray Bevins. Julia Ann Burish. Robert Anthony Black. Richard France Bond, Jr. Susanna Marie Bonilla. Tiara Marie Booker. Ellie Irina Borghi. Matthew Scott Bosch. James Michael Boyle. Brianna Maria Bradley. Robert Wilson Brashear. Haley Lynn Bray. Benjamin Tyler Bridgewater. Hannah Elizabeth Brunel. Emily Grace Bruno. Anthony Charles Bucafori. Haley Marie Buckman. Adam David Bull. Ashley Ann Berger. Zachariah Burke. Kelsey Paige Burns. Michael William DeShiel Bush. Gabriel Malachias Bustos. Ariel Jasmine Kaysen. William Bradley Calderon. Jenna Shea Campbell. Trent Edward Campbell. Anderson Gabriel Canales. Jasenia Elizabeth Canales Avalar. Kelly Ann Carroll. Michael William Caselli. Juliana Helen Casey. Hallie Grace Casper. Jacob Charles Casper. Thomas Mark Castle. Thomas Rocco Cataldi. Sean Daniel Caddy. David Lamont Calder Jr. Raylyn Marie Michael Chapman. Kenneth Earl Charlton V. Mariah Marie Chapman. Wis Chapetta. Rosalind Daniela Sorelli. Arthur Corbett Clark. Sean David Clayton. Brandon Lee Clemens. Allison Sage Coddington. Maximilian Joseph Collins. Megan Elizabeth Cordis. Jonathan Daniel Hossman. Luke Patrick Hossman. Brooklyn Marie Kokenauer. Jillian Kate Hoglin. Connor Edward Corshane. Ashley Marie Courtney. Aubrey Ann Courtney. Abigail Grace Cozza. Darren Wayne Craig. Emma Caitlin Craig. Paul Blair Royal IV. Jillian Rose Chaucer. Charlotte Emily Cullen. Victoria Brazina Swalina. Sophie Anna Swiber. Kristen Deanna Zumbel. Caleb Isaac Dollinger. Michaela Catherine Dalby. Deja Monet Dale. Tyler Scott Daniele. Lydia Jane Dara. Clayton Donald Davy. Liam Donald Davidson. Russell Allen Davis. Jameson Clark Dean. Dylan Charles Del Conte. Jack Vincent DeMarco. Dylan Mackay Dennis. Kayla Juliet Dennis. Tyler Cameron Dennis. Vincent Michael Decina. Elizabeth Marie Detweiler. Olivia Nicole Detweiler. Morgan Shay DeWitt. Catherine Nicole Dieso. Michael J. Dieso. Thomas Frank Dieso. Madison Marie Diamante. Francesca Eleanor Di Giovanni. Skyla Soleil Dingaro. Mackenzie Teresa Di Pasquale. Joshua W. Dice. Haley Ann Ditter. Jordan Elizabeth Ditmar. Georgia Ann Dolan. John James Donovan. Anna Hunter Dorneman. Connor Philip Dowling. Rachel Lee Dudek. Trey Corey Dunton. Brianna Michelle Duza. Kevin Patrick Ebel. Walter Daniel Elliott. Clary Kathleen Ellis. Marcella Christine Ellis. Azai Jaden Ellison. Olivia Domenica Embert. Juliana Engler. Haley Catherine Espenshade. Shay Austin Evans. Jason Jamie Exner. Riley Danielle Fantozzi. Taryn Elizabeth Fantozzi. Madison Ray Farrell. Travis Scott Bazio. Giovanni Rafael Ferraro. Samantha Taylor Ferry. Eliandra Figueroa. Nathan Christopher Firestone. Ian Adalbert Fisher. Bryce Clayton Fisher. Trent James Fisher. Tyler Cole Fisher. Brandon Flores Palestino. Oscar Flores Palestino. Timothy Ryan Flynn. Sarah Marie Horst. Emma Margaret Foster. Julian Basil Foster III. Samantha Marie Foster. Marshall Wade Fowler. John Joseph Brable. Eric Desmond Frank, Amanda Rose Brewald, Sean Michael Fry, Alexandra Hayden Fronston, Scott William Galloway, Johann Josue Gallo, Joshua Clay Garris, Jack Thomas Garner, Kane Jacob Geringer, Travis Allen Geisler, Ava Marie Gendek, Stephen Patrick George, Matthew Philip Gerhardt, Sarah Elizabeth Getajenk, Braden David Glass, Hope E. Glendenning, Evan Scott Ganow, Noah E. Gommel, Sage Rebecca Goodwin, Isaiah Nevaeh Wallace Gordon, Lindsay Nicole Gordon, Joshua Timothy Gottwalls, Logan J. Green, Shannon Brianne Griffin, Jillian Ruth Groff, Christian Raphael Bolden, Danielle Lynn Gunderson, Rebecca Margaret Gurish, Alexis Riley Haas, Ashley Summer Hafer, Julia Lynn Hager, Noah Reed Hager, Nathan Douglas Hamilton, Lauren Elizabeth Hennessy, Lindsay Elizabeth Haypack, Kevin Charles Hare, Nina Patricia Harkins, Tyler Joseph Hart, Haley Teresa Hartman, Hannah Elizabeth Hartzell, Cassidy J. Hassenmeyer, James Herbert Haas, Emma Grace Hawkins, Matthew Elijah Hawley, Christine E. Hayes, Casey May Hine, Chance L. Hendricks, Estefany Larissa Hernandez, Lauren Emily Hess, Daniel James Hessler, Jennifer Marie Hilmer, Kayla Elizabeth Hinkle, Sophia Lynn Hockman, Tyler Clinton Hodder, Courtney Summer Hoffman, Paige Nicole Hoffman, Zoe Elaine Holohan, Jacob Patrick Horan, Kayla Nicole Horn, Daniela Maria Huertas, Morgan Lynn Huggendubler, Evan Carlo Hughes, Derek James Holshizer, Morgan Lynn Hunter, Gianna Marie Iodenisi, Catherine Ibashishin, Alicia Marie Iwanizan, Brooke Halia Jackson, Casper Jelski, Andrew Davis Jennings, William Albert Jordan, Amber Rose Johns, Noah Bergen Johnson, Quinn Devlin Johnson, Lance Christopher Jones, Kimberly Ann Jost, Danielle Renee Justice, Brendan Alexander Kavanaugh, Angelina M. Kane, Stephen Ross Kantrowitz, Jacob Andrew Cassatt, Ashley Elizabeth Cozza, Zachary Michael Kagi, Arjun Lee Kemp, Elias Raymond Kenworthy, Jackson C. Kettle, Anastasia Kimberly Kidder, Alexia Hope Kirk, James John Kirkwood III, Lauren Iris Pleckner, Gabrielle Rose Kleppeis, Zoe Paige Knopf, Raymond Samuel Knight, Elizabeth Joy Kolb, Ava Victoria Comaz, Samantha Shearer Kratz, Julia Catherine Kreider, Andrew Charles Kriebel II, Megan Elizabeth Criney, Victor Kravitsky, Gabriel Ryan Cozza, Dylan Matthew Culp, Jason Albert Cutt, Zachary Christian Kutz,
Annabelle Rose Lambert, Abby Marie LaRiviere, Kaylee Ray LaRue, Morgan Alexander Latoche, Joshua Tyler Lawrence, Lindsay Nicole Lieber, Evan Jeffrey Lekowitz, Alexander James Lely, Brittany Arlene Lemus, Henry Rathgeb Leppold, Sean Michael Lero, Elizabeth Angelique Lomax, Philip Michael Long, Lorenzo Manuel Lopez, Brandon Lee Losi, Nico Glicerio Lestraco, Evelyn Ann Lockery, Brendan Joseph Lowery, Abigail Elizabeth Ludlow, Emma Madison Lukens, Keegan Thomas Lynch, Courtney Claire McMillan, Carly Michelle Maines, Ewan Henry Malcolm, Madison Olivia Maloney, Tyler Patrick Maloney. James DeRitt Memrell. Jake Christopher Mancaruso. Phoebe Hope Mang. Mackenzie Bridget Mangan. Kelsey Ann Patricia Mannon. Daniela Nicole Marinacci. Damon Sean Marlin. Brianna Nicole Marsilio. Corinne Marie Mart. Michael Lee Martin. Styles J. Nature Martin. Victoria Rose Martin. Allison Stephanie Mayers. Ryan Russell McAloon. Jake Earl McBride. Kalea Nishay McCartney. Julia Rose McLean. Ashlyn Paige McClelland. Liam Robert McCool. Robin Ann A. McDaniel. Evan Scott McIntosh. Lauren Elizabeth McIntyre. Christopher Michael McKinney. Connor Patrick McOwen. Matthew Jude McPhalen. Patrick Melbaum. David Allen Metzler. Ashley Isabel Miller. Brendan Patrick Miller. Brett Gabriel Miller. Isabella Patrice Miller. McKenna Brianne Miller. Cassidy Ariana Mills. Emily Elizabeth Milnick. Casey Lee Milnick. Ashley Lauren Mistichelli. Carrie John Mitchell III. Robert Dylan Makaitis. Charles Sprague Moan Jr. Hannah Carolyn Moore. Nicholas Anthony Morales. Astrid Stacy Morales Godoy. Kyle Matthew Moran. Derek Robert Morgan. Victoria Ann Mascarello. Joseph Thomas Mossbrook. Kevin Scott Moyer. Declan Alexander Mullen. Joseph Lawrence Muntz. Janessa Bulette Murphy. Sean Patrick Murphy. Tyler William Myers. Stephen Bradley Nace. Tyler Scott Nakjavan. Dylan Frank Natitis. Matthew Jacob Nevels. Elizabeth Marie Newfield. Rutger Gunderson Newman. Delaney Grace Nichols. Colin Sean Nichols. Gabriel James Nolan. Jonathan Edward Northrup. Abby Christine Nuneviller. Vincenzo Antonio Nuzalis. Maranatha Ashley Nwadiora. Jordan Marie Oden. Sean Patrick O'Donnell. Jacob Scott Ogilvy. Luke Ellis Orberg. Vincent Felix Olindo. Vincent Orlando O'Mara. Jillian Margaret Orban. Antonio Christopher Orlando. Emily Morgan Osada. Patrick Allen Ott. Peter Chesley Overby. Gina Nicole Palatucci. Jenna Lynn Palumbo. Jean Renee Esquera Panigan. Samantha Marie Pantalone. Mahir Kushik Patel. Patrick David Patton. Jack Anthony Pauley. Ryan Thomas Pachero. Jordan Andrew Peltitonen. Brandon Peralta Joa, Felipe Perez Jr., Jeremy Manuel Perez Sanabria, Jacob Albert Pestrak, Jenna Elise Peters, Jason Thomas Petrick, Anthony Francis Phillips, Aubrey Marie Piacine, Robert Edward Petrangelo, Connor William Pleibel, Alexander James Pedreza, Adam Morgan Pollock, Isabella Grace Polson, Trudy Ann Pomper, Isabella Ann Poole, Patrick James Pottichin, Gregory Becker Pregler, Anthony Dale Presti, Clint McCain Preston, Macy Ann Price, Tyler Richard Purnell, Megan Kathleen Rapp, Thomas James Rao, Will Joseph Rawa, Madison Page Rawling, Alexander Nathan Reeder, Angelica Lee Reeder, Harley Brianna Reef, Matthew Robert Riddle, Richard Anthony Rendon III, Jeremy James Rising, Kylie Anna Riveron, Rachel Angela Robinson, Shayla Elaine Rocket, Kelly Marie Rowland, Alexis Mackenzie Rosen, Emily Jane Rosensteel, Emily Clancy Ruddy, Angelina Mariah Ruiz, Emily Joan Rumer, Brianna Nicole Russo, Jessica Ann Rimdyka, Matthew Ryan Sadler, Bergen Elliott Samuelson. Joseph Baldassar Sanzone, Jr. Ethan Joseph Seville. Benjamin Vin Sawicki. Jason Thomas Scandlin. Olivia Rose Schumann. Ryan Anthony Scher. Carly Ann Schwartzman. Emma Louise Scott. Lucas Matthew Selb. Matthew Joseph Sessa. Kimberly Claire Saturnus. John Kerwin Schaefer. Jill Runal Shaw. Gabrielle Sida Sharp. Erin Olivia Shima. Lydia Reese Shepard. Corey William Shipman. Melissa Szynski. Tanner James Simmons. Jocelyn Marie Singer. Maximilian H. Sitko. Kaylee May Smakula. Anakin Alexander Smalley. Dylan Patrick Smith. Emily Maureen Smith. Jared Tanner Smith. Claire Constance Sneed. Nolan Scott Snyder. Vincent Joseph Sordini. Cameron Isabel Sparling. Bryn Spear. Joshua Paul Sprague. Taylor Elise Stayer. Baron Harper Steckel. Wesley Walcott Steele. Patrick Carl Stempian. Summer Marie Stevens. Jacob Timothy Stevens. Samantha Loretta Stewart. Leah Ann Stout. Austin Michael Swartley. Zoe Elizabeth Swartley. Devin Lee Sweeney. Anna Maria Stenderovich. Kellyanne May Talsania. Haley Marie Thompson. Brenna Catherine Thompson. Emma Grace Turgeon. Amanda Rosemary Toland. Matthew Jerome Tomio. Tyler Nicholas Totten. Sarah Ann Townsend. Brian Matthew Towsey. Julie Ann Trotner. Madeline Michelle Trotner. Joshua Christopher Tripoli. Catherine Lynn Trevino. Kayla Trong. Jonathan David Turner. Matthew Christopher Turner. Heather Renee Tuttle. Bessie Joanna Ulula Martinez. Ian Middlestead Urban. Isabella Hope Urban. Taran Taj Utsi. Matthew Robert Vaders. Haley Paige Van Devender. Zachary Thomas Vanneman. Kimberly Ann Vargo. Thomas Anthony Vasquez. Teofilo Williams Vasquez Pepin. Daniel Vincent Visier. Kaylee S. Veltri. Joshua William Verity. Jamila Eduarda Vieira de Mera. Samuel Alberto Villegas. Jake Renato Vitali. Angelis Paige Falavnik. Owen Nathaniel Voos. Mitchell Stephen Wagner. Robert William Waite. Brandon Boyd Walker. Richard E. Wallace III. Caitlin Bridget Walter. Desiree Lee Washington. John Wasserman. Peyton Dugan Weaver. Megan Elizabeth Weiss. Jillian Alyssa Wenhold. Gabriella Marie Wirt. Walter David West. Aiden Joseph Westdyke. Andrew Thomas White. Emma Marie White. Thomas Michael White. James Lee Weil III. Paige Cassidy Wilkinson. Catherine Helene Will. Matthew Eldar Williams. Jake William Wilson. Lauren Sophia Yin Fan Wilson. Rebecca Page Wolf. Courtney Rose Wood. Samantha Holly Wood. Brista Marie Woodleaf. Jillian Marie Woods. Logan Alexander Wright. Mark Armin Yolanjan. Caitlin Marie Yondura. Ashley Yeon Yu. Nadia Catherine Uswak. Shelby Lynn Zaks. Ibrahim Raihan Zaman. Janet Vivian Zhang. Theodore James Zielinski. Kayla Michelle Zimmerman.
And now I'd like to reintroduce Emma Foster, class president, for the closing tassel ceremony.
At this time, class of 2020, please stand and join me in the ceremonial moving of the tassel from right to left. Congratulations, you are officially graduates of Pennridge High School.